Tim Peak, as you work your way around the mass canister there, feel free to look at the load pads and get some situational awareness.
When I'm trying to describe to somebody what I do for a living, I always have to ask, have you ever seen the movie Apollo 13? You know, that big room where all the people sit, that's where I sit, that's what I do.
When you describe your job, they ask, what do you do at NASA? And I said, I'm a flight director. And they look at me kind of quizzically. And I say, you know, the guy with the vest and the buzz cut?
I have had a chance to meet a few of those guys. I really admire everything that they stand for and what they were able to achieve. I think it's kind of amazing that out of nothing, they built this great institution.
Okay, I understand that. It's a ventilation tube in the middle.
We wouldn't be here today without the achievements that those folks made and the strides that they took in getting us down the path of human spaceflight.
Where we'll leave you there.
Okay, copy that.
The people that have worked at NASA, and particularly the folks in the Apollo era, make it a point to come and speak to us to make sure that we truly understand the job that we are getting ready to undertake and share their experiences with us. So all of us are very grateful to our founding fathers.
Hey, Houston, we've had a problem here. We got more than a problem.
Okay, listen, you guys. We've lost fuel cell 1 engine pressure.
Houston, we've had a problem. Stand by, they got a problem. Main B, bus undervolt.
Roger, main B undervolt. Stand by, 13, we're looking at it.
We had a pretty large bang associated with the caution and warning there.
What was going through my mind is, we're a long ways from home. We were hit with something we didn't expect. We were hit with something that we just, our wildest imagination or what if thinking they never expected.
That damn room was in serious confusion. And it took me a while to come to that conclusion, but it was true. And I'm not sure that Mission Control knew what to do at that point.
I says, Chris, we're in deep shit. We were still trying to grasp the total scope of this problem. One of our fuel cells had died, and the second one's dying. And from a standpoint of everything we had, you know, that's not a possibility. I mean, that's not a survivable situation, yet the crew's surviving. But the key thing to me was time. We needed time to think. We needed to pull this team together doing something that had never been done before.
You get to the point of fight or flight, and a fleeting thought of getting up and going home did pass my mind, and of course that was not an option, and I knew that.
Can we review our status here, Si, and see what we've got from a standpoint of status? What do you think we got in the spacecraft that's good? Stand by, flight.
So, and then when I got settled down, I said, you know, it does appear we've actually lost 2 fuel cells, and I really don't know why.
We didn't know what happened. It wasn't until I looked out the window that I realized how serious we were.
It looks to me, looking out the hatch, that we are venting something. We are venting something out into space.
When I saw that oxygen being expelled, I realized it was not just oxygen, but the electrical power and the propulsion system.
Roger, we copy your venting.
It's beginning to dawn on the control center that maybe this is a real problem that we got here, and it's not going to go away.
As soon as we heard it, you know, we all came in to do what we could to help out.
People came from everywhere, all across the country,
When I got there, of course, I went to the back room. It was chaos.
Pressure in O2 tank 1 is all the way down to 297. We better think about getting in the LEM or using the LEM systems.
We were in serious, serious trouble. And the only way that we could possibly save ourselves was using the lunar module.
13, Houston, we'd like you to start making your way over to the LEM now. Fred and Jim are in the LEM.
Tomorrow morning, Eastern Time, the spacecraft will approach the Earth looking like this. This is the way it looks now. About 5 hours before it reaches the Earth's atmosphere, the men in the command module will jettison this part here called the service module, and it'll float away in space. That will leave these two parts of the spacecraft, the LEM here and the command module here.
And there's one whole side of that spacecraft missing. Right by the high gate antenna, the whole panel is blown out, almost from the base to the engine. Copy that. Really a mess.
I know all of us here want to thank all you guys down there for the very fine job you did. That's a firm, Joe.
Tell you, we all had a good time doing it.
All of a sudden, we got the word from a downrange aircraft that Raya has acquisition of signal.
Bang!
We almost all fell out of our chairs.
All of a sudden, it came alive.
Advise them standing by. Standing by, over.
And then the aircraft carrier reported radar contact. And then they reported a sonic boom, and we said, boy, we're re-entering that sucker.
Crew was talking.
The relief of that they were okay.
And then once we got contact, we heard from them, it went to pure elation.
Visual contact, flight. Odyssey Houston, we show you on the main. It really looks great.
The key thing is, until that crew is on the carrier deck and we hand over responsibility for mission control to the aircraft carrier task force commander, and when that is complete, then we can start our celebration.
Here they are. James Lovell, John Swigert, and Fred Hayes.
And celebration is always in 3 phases. We light up the ceremonial cigar. You pass the things out right around the line. And now you open the control room doors, and our backroom controllers can come in and join us. Those are the real heroes of 13 because they're the ones who they're the people who gave us the answers. And the 3rd phase in celebrations pass out American flag to every controller. And this is the tradition that Jerry Bostic started back when we set our first spaceflight record as Americans in rendezvousing 2 spacecrafts.
After the flight, in discussions with the control people,
Three, two, one, ignition. Right away, Houston.
After the Apollo 1 fire, tough and competent became the mantra of the flight control team. Those are still the core of the principles and the foundations that we live by. I don't think that has diminished at all.
Guys, you can start opening your cuff checklist to page 7. We are in a terminate case.
Our key priorities are always crew safety, vehicle safety, mission success, and those don't alter But what mission success means changes over time. Those folks that flew the early missions, they set the standard. They went through the fire for us, and we try to live up to the excellence that they demonstrated every day.
It's amazing. I think it's amazing that we were not only able to do it technically, but the country let us do it. The public and the Congress and the leadership and the White House. Everything collided and lined up correctly.
Down to the pit. And that may have been a small deal, but that's along with Ruby.
And we had a hell of a party. I remember that.